Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name's Mariella, and my channel is In the Kitchen with Mariella. Hey, if you would, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a comment, and share my video. I would appreciate it. Today, we are going to be making a pumpkin spice cake. It's a perfect dessert for any day, but if you didn't want to make pumpkin pies or something for Thanksgiving, you could make this cake. So come on, let's get started. Okay, first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now, I'm using a box cake mix. I'm using a spice cake mix. And this is a quick and easy dessert. Okay, we have our cake mix. Now to our cake mix, I'm going to add a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. Even though it's a spice cake, I'm still going to add a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. Now if you don't want that much spices, use less or don't use any at all. But I like the flavor, so I'm going to use a whole tablespoon. Because even when I make pumpkin pies, I put a lot of spices in my pumpkin pies. Okay, now we are going to add 1 can of pure pumpkin, 1 15-ounce can of pure pumpkin. And you want the pure pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie. Okay, now we're going to use 3 eggs. And all my ingredients is room temperature. Okay, now I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. And this is my homemade vanilla. It's been I started this vanilla back in April. So it's been since April. But I'm not going to fill all of my little bottles. I'm going to let it sit for another month before I fill the bottles. But I wanted to use some today, so I went ahead and filled this one. So we're adding 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this together. You don't add the oil or the milk or water because the pumpkin takes place of all that. I'm scraping down the sides of my bowl to make sure I get it all mixed together. Okay, I'm going to give this a... Okay, that's good. Now we're going to spray our 9x13 cake pan. And we're going to put our cake in the cake pan. And now you just spread it out in an even layer. Now we're going to bake this for 25 to 30 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. So I will bring you guys back when the cake is cooled and we're ready to mix the topping and frost our cake. Cake is still in the oven, but I wanted to bring you guys out back and show you what the sunset looks like tonight. Isn't it beautiful? It's been rainy here all day. I just think that is gorgeous. Okay, I'll bring you guys back when the cake comes out of the oven and cools. Okay guys, our cake is cool, so let's make the cream cheese frosting. So I got 8 ounces of cream cheese, room temperature. It is very soft. And this is what our cake looked like coming out of the oven. So before I add anything else to our cream cheese, I'm going to go ahead and whip our cream cheese. Okay, now to that, I'm going to add a cup of powdered sugar, you know what, that's what I had left. and a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm just eyeballing this. And then I need a teaspoon of softened butter. Or a tablespoon of softened butter, I'm sorry. Now we're going to mix this together. Let me scrape down the sides of our bowl and make sure everything is in there good. Make sure there's no powdered sugar on the sides. Now, I'm not fancy about this, so I just plop it on there. And then spread it out. And Buddy's laying here at my feet, waiting on a piece of cake. And he will get a piece of cake tonight. He was a good boy and he ate all of his dinner while we were waiting on the cake to cool. So he was very good. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of pumpkin pie spice and sprinkle it on the top. Just like that. And that's our cake. A pumpkin spice cake. So let's cut a piece and see what it tastes like. And yes, I cut a pretty large chunk because I'll eat the frosting off a half of this, and Buddy will get the half without frosting, and I'll get the other half. So there you have it, guys. Pumpkin spice cake. So let's try it. If you ever had a pumpkin roll, it tastes just like a pumpkin roll, but in cake form. This is really good. So, if you don't want to make pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving, make this cake. You've seen how fast it was. Actually, you could get away with using a 15.25 box spice cake mix in a box, a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, and 3 eggs. You don't have to add the extra spice to it, and you don't have to add the vanilla. Hold on, guys. Someone's at the door. Okay, guys, I'm back. But yeah, you could make this with a 15.25 box of spice cake mix, a 15-ounce can of pure pumpkin, and 3 eggs, and then the cream cheese frosting. And other than the cool time, your cake is done in, because it took 30 minutes to bake, and then it took 2 hours to cool, and it took what, 5 to 10 minutes to frost, and it's done and ready to eat. So, as always, the recipe will be in the description box below. If you would, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a comment, and share my video. Friday's video, make sure you come, because it is a subscriber recipe. They sent me the recipe and asked me if I could make it. So come back Friday and see what we're having. As always, don't let anyone steal your sunshine or your smile. Have a good night. Bye-bye.